everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're joining me here for the first time, my name is thaaat and this is the D-Lo. Now, if you like content that's based around marriage, motherhood, personal development and lifestyle, then do subscribe to this channel because you are in the right place. Now, today's video is all about 5 things that I think are not that important when trying to consider your potential spouse. Now, for me, these are some things that I placed a lot of importance on before I got married, or before I actually started to date my husband, when I was dating other people. But then when I started to get more serious about marriage, these are some of the things that I had to actually reflect upon and think, are they really that important? So I'm going to share these things with you. So let's get on to the first thing. So the first thing that I think that is not that important when looking for your potential spouse is having a particular type or a spec or a particular way that you think that person should look. Now, you may have a type, you may have a certain type of person that you're usually attracted to. However, that type of person that you're usually attracted to, has that led you down the aisle? If not, and somebody else comes and they're the opposite of what you usually go for, then maybe you need to reconsider and think whether looks and appearances should be an actual deal breaker in the first place. Now, for example, when you first meet someone, you may not initially like the way that they look, but sometimes people have such a personality that's warming, endearing, and it makes you start to feel more attracted to them over time. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've heard people criticize other people's looks and tell me that these are deal breakers and it's the reason why they can't consider someone for marriage. Now, luckily, my husband actually looks good, so I'm attracted to him. However, when I first met him, my husband wasn't the usual type of guy that I'd been going for. So for example, my husband has darker skin, and prior to that, the guys that I'd been dating weren't that dark, they had lighter skin. Now imagine if I had said because he wasn't my type or my usual type that I wouldn't go on a date with him, or I wouldn't consider him as a potential life partner. I would have lost out on something really amazing if I was so caught up on my type or my spec. So I would say that if you're holding tight onto your type or what you think that you're looking for in terms of someone's looks or appearance, then try and be a little bit more flexible. You never know. Just be open-minded. Go on a date and see whether with time you get attracted to the person or they become your type. Your type isn't something that cannot change. Your type should be something that you're willing to be flexible about. So I would say that that is one thing that is not really that important. Now, the second thing that I think is not that important is finances. Now, I'm not saying that you should go after a broke person or that you should consider somebody that's a bum or that's not doing well at all. I think that you should actually find someone that has similar goals and similar aspirations as you, and your drive should kind of match each other to an extent. However, you have to move from looking at the person's current financial situation and look at their earning potential, whether that be in their career, in their business, or just basically their hustle and drive and their potential. Now, what I'm asking you to do is to take a little snapshot into the future. Now, I'm not saying that you're a prophet and you're going to be able to see exactly how much that person is going to earn, but there's certain things about their character and the way that they are behaving and living their life at the moment that will give you an indication as to their potential earning power and their financial stability. So I would say that if you're looking at someone's bank account right now, then please stop. It's not that important. Try and look at the person's capacity to earn. So the third thing that I think is not that important when you're looking for your spouse is fashion, their clothing, basically their dress sense and the way they dress. Now, everyone likes someone that is well packaged and well put together, and there is nothing wrong with that. Trust me, I'm in the same boat. I love, someone that puts themselves together and looks good. And when I first met my husband, at first, sometimes he used to wear some things that I found really questionable. On the first date that we ever went on, he wore a t-shirt that really could have been the beginning of the end because I really didn't like it. But now he dresses really well. at that time when we were dating, sometimes I didn't know what to expect. When we'd be going somewhere, I'd be like, oh my God, I hope that he's gonna be dressed well. But over time, you know, you can actually work with someone and improve their dress sense, and vice versa. So there's certain things that my husband also likes me to wear, and you know, you can just have these conversations with people and work on them. It's not something that's fixed. Now, in terms of fashion sense, I want to give you guys a little disclaimer here. If someone has halitosis, so they have bad breath, or they have BO, so their personal hygiene is not on point, so they're not really put together in that sense, then I would say that those are things that could potentially be warning signals and things that you have to look out for. Now, you can take two approaches, and I don't know, I've not been in this situation, so I don't know what I would do, but you can either maybe have a conversation with the person subtly and hint about these things, or you can, you know, pass them a mint when you go out, or, you know, buy them a nice perfume or something like that. But those are things that kind of come into fashion and dress sense, because you don't want someone that dresses really good, comes out looking all nice, and their breath smells, or they have BO. So those are things that I would say that you have to look out for. But other than that, their overall packaging is something that can actually be worked on, so it's really not that important. Now, the fourth one you may not actually be expecting, but a lot of people feel that your hobbies and interests are something that you need to take into account when looking for a spouse. So you're looking for someone that has the same hobbies as you, likes what you like, and likes to do what you do. But I personally think that it's not that important. And the reason why is because you can actually learn to grow to like someone else's hobbies and interests. Now, you may be completely into sci-fi movies, and your potential partner may be completely into romantic movies. There may be times when you can just decide to watch a sci-fi movie with them, or they can decide to watch a romantic video with you. Really, if you're gonna be with someone that is the exact mirror image of you, it's gonna get really boring really quick. So in situations like that, you can actually find a middle ground and a way to get involved in each other's interests. And even if you don't grow to love the thing that your partner or your spouse loves, you may actually just grow to tolerate it just because you know how much it means to them, like football. I actually like football, and my husband and I support the same team, but there's sometimes that I just want to be at home, you know, talking, cuddled up on the couch, watching a movie, and my husband wants to watch a football match. Now, in those situations, I've learned to tolerate the fact that football is going to always be a part of our marriage. So you will learn to grow and tolerate those things as well, if you love that person enough to put their interest as a priority. And the last thing that I think is not that important when looking out for your potential spouse is family background. Now, hold up. I know that this is not a popular school of thought, but family background is something that you can look into, but it shouldn't be a deal breaker for choosing your potential spouse. So you may meet someone and their family isn't exactly the same as your family. They may do things a different way. They may have been brought up a different way than you. And these things may be important considerations when it comes to certain important things. So for example, domestic violence, people that don't treat each other well within their family. These are things that could definitely ring alarm bells and make that person not a good potential spouse. However, you need to pay more attention to the morals, ethics, and values of that person's family. Does it align with yours? So for example, if you're a Christian, you would probably want to look out for a family that also has similar Christian values. Or if you believe in education and going to university, you'd probably want to look out for someone with a family that has those same values. However, you may meet someone that is trying to actually elevate themselves beyond their family background. You may actually meet someone that is the shining star of their family, or the first person to go to university, or the first person to have a professional job, or the first person to earn a certain amount of money. So you need to make sure that you're not too hung up on family background when looking into a potential spouse. You can do your due diligence, make sure that their morals and values align with yours, and then you can take that into consideration. But don't let it be a deal breaker. Look at the person that you're looking at as an individual and look at it holistically. So those are the 5 things that I think are not that important when looking out for a potential spouse. I really want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comment section. Do you agree? Is there anything that you would take off my list, or is there anything that you would add? Let me know, because it would be really interesting to hear your thoughts. Also, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it and if you want to see more from me, and please do subscribe to this channel so that you can see more of my videos. You can also turn on the notification bell so you get notified every time one of my videos comes out, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.